There is thunder in the silence, and a hurricane beneath the skin. The world calls it breaking, but I call it learning to begin. I've been walking through the shadows of my own heart, trying not to drown in everything that fell apart. Tears like oceans rushing up against the shore. I kept losing battles I wasn't ready for, but something in the quiet said rise, like a whisper underneath the sky. And even when the clouds began to swirl, I felt wings forming in the storm. I didn't fall, I transformed, I didn't break, I was reborn. These are wings of the quiet storm, made of every scar I wore. I learned to fly when the night was deep, when no one saw the tears I weep. But I am still here, I am still warm, wings of the quiet storm. I've been screaming in a room that never heard a sound, trying to stand up while the world kept pushing down. I stitched my heart up with my own bare hands, learning how to love myself again. No one teaches you how to rise from pain, how to smile when life feels like rain. But I walked the fire and came out alive, because even in the dark I survived. I didn't fall, I transformed, I didn't break, I was reborn. These are wings of the quiet storm, made of every scar I wore. I learned to fly when the night was deep, when no one saw the tears I'd weep. But I am still here, I am still warm, with wings of the quiet storm. And maybe strength is not the roar, but the breath you take on the floor, when your hands shake and your voice breaks, and still you try once more. And maybe courage isn't loud, maybe it's the quiet, unannounced, the heart that beats after it believes, the soul that stands when it grieves. Spread my wings when the sky was crying. I learned to live when the dream was dying. I kept moving though the night was long, and my silence was my battle song. But look at us now, look how we rise, storm-born children touching the sky. These are wings of the quiet storm, made of every scar we've worn. We learned to fly when the world was cold, when we had no one's hand to hold. But we are still here, we are still warm, with wings of the quiet storm. And I won't apologize for surviving or for There is thunder in the silence and a hurricane beneath the skin. The world calls it breaking, but I call it learning to begin. I've been walking through the shadows of my own heart, trying not to drown in everything that fell apart. Tears like oceans rushing up against the shore. I kept losing battles I wasn't ready for, but something in the quiet said rise, like a whisper underneath the skies. And even when the clouds began to swarm, I felt wings forming in the storm. I didn't fall, I transformed. I didn't break, I was reborn. These are wings of the quiet storm, made of every scar I've worn. I learned to fly when the night was deep, when no one saw the tears I'd weep. But I am still here, I am still warm, with the wings of the quiet storm. I've been screaming in a room that never heard a sound, trying to stand up while the world kept pushing down. I stitched my heart up with my own bare hands, learning how to love myself again. No one teaches you how to rise from pain, how to smile when life feels like rain. But I walked the fire and came out alive, because even in the dark I survived. I didn't fall, I transformed. I didn't break, I was reborn. These are wings of the quiet storm, made of every scar I've worn. I learned to fly when the night was deep, when no one saw the tears I'd weep. But I am still here, I am still warm, with the wings of the quiet storm. Maybe strength is not the roar, but the breath you take on the floor, when your hands shake and your voice breaks, and still you try once more. Maybe courage isn't loud, maybe it's quiet, unannounced. The heart that beats after it bleeds, the soul that stands when it grieves. I spread my wings when the sky was crying. I learned to live when the dream was dying. I kept moving though the night was long, and my silence was my battle song. But look at us now, look how we rise, storm-born children touching the skies. These are wings of the quiet storm, made of every scar we've worn. We learned to fly when the world was cold, when we had no one's hand to hold. But we are still here, we are still warm, with the wings of the quiet storm. And I won't apologize for surviving, or for the strength that kept me rising. I am fire, I am rain, I am healing through the pain. And I won't hide the cracks I carry, they're the proof of everything I buried. I am thunder, I am dawn, I am the place where light is born. These are wings of the quiet storm, made of every scar we've worn. We learned to fly when the night was deep, when no one saw the tears we'd weep. But we are still here, we are still warm, with the wings of the quiet storm. We rise quiet, wings of the quiet storm.